So we're making a legacy video today. Who do we have here?
We have Fran Sadlo, my mom.
So Janine, what's a legacy video?
A legacy video is a video to have as a family keepsake. So in the future, Billy and Anna's great children, which would be Fran's great grandchildren, can find out a little bit about her when they're adults and they want to know more.
Mom, thanks for agreeing to do this. No one lives forever. Life is fragile. There are questions I wish I could ask my mom and dad, and they're not around anymore. So for all your future great-grandchildren, they thank you now. So we're going to start off with our first question. And Janine, I'm going to let you ask the first one.
Can you think of something not many people know about?
Well, I don't think I have any hidden secrets.
Were you ever a stripper?
Never. I probably back then didn't even know what a stripper was.
Here in New York, you ever work for a bookie or anything? Or?
No.
No major secrets then?
No major secrets.
Okay.
Just a clean, healthy life, I guess.
So Mom, since I've known you, you've always been big into Christmas. You decorate, you have family events. What is your favorite Christmas memory?
From a childhood or
Anyone. It's wide
well,
open.
Christmas as a child was always exciting, and even though we were not poor, but we didn't have a lot, and we didn't get a lot for Christmas, it was always a happy time being with family. And of course, we had the traditional Christmas Eve feast of the 7 fishes, and family got together. We had a meager Christmas tree and decorations, but there was always happiness, and family together was things I remember.
Is Christmas your favorite holiday?
Christmas is, I also find Thanksgiving as one of my all-time favorites. Maybe because of the food, I don't know, but I just like the whole concept of it, of thanking, and at least we should be thankful every day, but it brings to mind all the things we are thankful for in our lives, and celebrating it together with family and friends makes it even more special.
What is your favorite place to visit?
I have to say Italy.
Is there a special spot in Italy?
Well, of course, the hometown from where my parents were born is exceptionally special.
No, what's that town again?
Fontanarossa. Very thankful that I was able to visit there. Once my parents came here, they never went back, and we've been able to go back. Most of the family has been able to go back. I visited with my grandchildren, which was extra special to be there with them and to show them.
I'm envious. I wish I could have made that
where
trip.
they're, great grandparents, where they're from. I mean, where it all began. And they fell in love with it also, so it is very special to all of us.
Could you tell us what it was like being a mother for the first time?
It was a long time ago, but I still have vivid memories of that special day when I had my firstborn, Addie. The whole day was exciting. I woke up and knew that she was going to be born that day, which was my due date for her. Gave birth to her, and just remembering the feeling of such wonderment and holding in her, I could still feel the feel of holding her in my arms. Just a closeness that it's hard to explain. And same with the other two. It's just a miracle and a wonderful experience.
There that you haven't tried yet, but you'd like to learn or attempt?
Well, at this point in my life, I'm sure there's many things that I haven't done, but I can't really think of one
But if
thing.
you were like a Jerry's kid, you'd like to learn jump out of a helicopter?
No, never.
Nothing like that.
No, that doesn't appeal to me. Just maybe I would just wished I had been able to travel more and hopefully still be
Another
able.
big trip would be great.
Yes,
Okay, great.
and still be able to do some traveling.
Is there any places you want to go back to Italy, or is there any other
I
place
do want
beyond Italy you'd like to go to?
I would like to go
And,
back to
yeah.
Italy, yes. I wouldn't mind going other places too, but that would be my first choice.
Okay, how did you meet your husband, Charlie? Could you tell us all about it?
Well, it was a blind date, and I was in high school, and two classmates of mine wanted me to go to a New Year's Eve party that Charlie was hosting, and he said he wouldn't have it unless they could get him a date. So I hesitated about it and said, okay, I would go. And then they called me and said, all of us are going to midnight mass, and we'd like you to, come with us, and Charlie will pick you up. So I said okay, and then I thought about it, and I said it was Christmas Eve, where I spent with my family and friends, and I decided I didn't want to go with someone I never met before to midnight mass. So I told them no, I would do New Year's Eve, but not Christmas Eve. So Christmas Eve, when with family, and we're having dinner and all the festivities that normally went on, and the doorbell rang, and there's this guy standing there, and I was shocked because I thought I had canceled. So I had no choice but to go with him. So first we went over to my friend Joanne's house because we were going to exchange Christmas presents. And when I did, another friend came over to me and said, "You're going to marry this guy." And I looked at her like she was crazy. But after we ended up together. So that's how it started.
So, Jean, I'm going to let you ask a
And
couple
guess
other
what?
questions.
I actually do not know the story to this question. I may know it once you start telling it, but I really don't remember this. I don't think I've heard it. What was your proposal like from Dad? I have no clue.
Well, there was kind of like we might have been dating 6 months, and we were at a wedding of one of his friends, and he said, "I would like to marry you." And I looked at him and didn't respond because it was not what unexpected, totally. Don't really remember how it went on after that, but I don't think he ever really proposed after that. We just kept going out and, just decided we were getting married. Not another, but he did, that was the only verbal proposal that I can remember.
Speaking of, say yes to the dress, what's our next question, Janine?
Tell me about your wedding. What was it like?
Well, it was a typical wedding of the times. Got married in church and had a reception, which was pretty simple compared to the New York weddings of today. There was a dinner and drinks, dancing, fun time, family, friends together.
Hey, Mom, you've always adored your grandkids. Do you have a vision for your grandchildren's future?
Well, first thing, I want them to be healthy and happy.
Mm-hmm.
From what I see now, they're on the right track, and they both have gotten an education and make mostly wise choices, and I can see them being responsible adults, which they already are on their way to being adults. So I'm very proud of both of them. I'm sure they're going to do well. in the future.
So, Mom, there's a lot of news in your family. I understand little Billy's getting married. What advice would you give Billy now and Anna in the future when she finds her Mr. Right about marriage?
Well, marriage is not an easy institution or whatever you want to call it. And it has to be not a give-in situation, but you have to go halfway with the other person when it comes to making decisions, and consider the other person always, not just want it to be your way. And be kind to each other, be faithful to each other. And something my mother always made us, would say, is never go to bed angry. So that would be my advice too. Don't let things linger or fester. Just get it out in the open and get through with whatever the situation is.
It's funny, you've naturally drifted onto a new question when you just said about your mother. What's the most important thing your parents ever taught you?
I think it's respecting one another and being, again, kind to everyone, being good to each other. We had a rule where we didn't want us fighting among each other. So we pretty much abided by that rule. Being 8 of us, I don't remember any of us ever having conflict.
So you guys
major
learned to
conflict.
work things out then?
Yeah. Mom didn't approve of that. She wanted us all to always be together. And because of that, I actually have a saying up on my refrigerator about always keeping family together, not letting small issues, draw us apart. And my hope is that my children will always be close to each other, because you always, family will always be there for you.
It's just beautiful.
How do you want to be remembered?
Well, not to be, what's the word? I'm not arrogant. Well, I'd like to be remembered as someone who was always there for you, someone who was a good friend or a good parent or a good sibling, someone who, like I said, just to be there for them, and a good person, being helpful and caring. I guess that's it. You gonna edit any of this?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh,
God. I don't know if he's gonna make it by September 3rd. It's probably just some hours. Okay, what quote or verse do you like best and why?
A quote, as far as
Something that inspires you, wisdom. It could be a biblical verse about how you live your life. Something that gives you comfort. It could be a lyric from a song.
well,
Is there a favorite poem
only
you have
thing I
from high
can
school?
think of is from grammar school, and it was from a home ec teacher, and I live my life by it. It's only because it keeps my life in order, and our motto in that classroom was a place for everything and everything in its place. And I certainly live by that rule. I love order. I like organization. I like things in order. So that's kind of how I run my life. I'd rather have a dirty house than a messy house. So
I've never seen your house messy though. It's immaculate.
and that works, because if you keep, have a place for stuff and you put it where it belongs, everything will be in order. And that's the way I like it.
Keeping a clean house is your best verse or mantra?
I can't think of anything else.
It's nothing like life is a daring adventure or nothing at all, or
No. I guess what is it in Italian? Dolce vita.
What is Dolce Vita?
Happy life or
The
a
sweet
good life.
The sweet life. Okay.
Dolce, yes.
Okay,
Sweet
that's
life.
okay. That is your verse.
Did you hear you're supposed to put your fingers where they go, Jim?
Mom, what is one question I should have asked you today but didn't? What do you want to get off your chest? What if you want to shake Janine, Patty, Billy, little Billy, right? Your son-in-law, Anna, of course.
Oh, nothing.
We're all great.
Nothing that I would drastically want to change. There are things you would want more, you would want differently, but I'm happy with what I've got. I'm blessed with what I've got, and I think I would be not grateful for what I have if I did want to, and I accept that. So accepting people for what they are, I think, is the answer. Not try to change them, but accept them for what they are, and maybe suggest things if I find that, I think they're doing something that might not be right, but never wanting to really demand anything or tell them off, I guess.
That's very well said. Mom, everyone has rough bouts in life. Things don't go your own way. Bad stuff happens. You have any suggestions about how to cope?
Well, I guess I am a religious person, so I would say keep, hope and faith and pray for a better time. And another thing I found that when Charlie and I were having hard times, and we had quite a few back in New York, we'll get through this. We will get through this. And you do, no matter what you encounter in life. It's hard when you're going through it, but if you can just say, we will get through this. Charlie had a weird expression. He said, they can get to us, but they can't eat us. So it was like,
You're a brave man.
Yeah. So that's basically how I get through anything, even going for an MRI, and I think, it's only going to be 20 minutes. You can do this. And it works with most things.
Well, Jim always says, I live my life without regrets. So do you have any regrets?
I think the only regret I have is maybe spending more time with my children when they were younger. I was very obsessed with getting house clean and doing the right thing and having everything in place, and sometimes put off going to the park or sitting down and playing a game, but I think I spent time with the kids, but if I could have, I'd like to go back and spend more, have that time and spend more time with them growing up, because they certainly grow up very fast. And fortunately, I think I did more of that with my grandchildren. We did get that opportunity to spend quality time with them, but no real regrets. I think we all came out good in the end.
Mom, I want to wish you an amazing 80th birthday. It's so exciting to have all the people who love you come here to help you celebrate, right? Happy birthday. Thanks for doing this for us.
Thank you for doing it.